everyone. So in this video, I will introduce with the topics that will come under the quantitative aptitude section in CLAT as well as other different law entrance exams. So this quantitative aptitude section is divided into two parts. One where basic elementary mathematics questions come, and second which is related to caselets and DIs, which is data interpretation questions. So what does elementary mathematics means? It is nothing but the basic questions, basic concepts which you have been taught till class 8th. So any sort of topics like profit and loss, percentages, averages, simple interest and compound interest, and the basic simple one-line questions which come, those questions are known as elementary mathematics. And these sorts of questions come in the other exams, not exactly in CLAT because of the change in pattern in 2020. So like ALAT, SLAT, and if you sit for MHCET, so other different exams, these questions come in. But for CLAT also, these questions form the basic knowledge or the basic things which you need to know before you attempt any data interpretation question and caselets. Now further, caselets, first in the first part, we will discuss what does data interpretation question means. So data interpretation questions can be of various types. Could be graphical also, it could be tabular form also, it could be passage form also. So when it is in the passage based form, it is known as caselet. When it is in the graphical form, there are different sorts of data interpretation questions like pie chart, bar graph, line graph, histogram. There are different sorts of, which is pictorial in nature. And the third kind is tabular, where the data is given in the table form. Now, in the further video, I will explain you all these within examples, right? So first, let's discuss what does caselets means. Caselets is nothing, it's just a passage based questions. So for example, as you can see on screen, the question is given where certain amount of information is provided. Like in this question, it is given that how these there are four friends P, Q, R, S, and the time taken by P alone to complete the work. So basically, the data is given in the passage form. This passage you have to read, understand, and then form a basic outline based on which and deciphering that information will help you in solving the questions easily, right? So once you jot down these, like once you write down these pointers, the information given in the passage in the particular mathematical form, if we call it, like here I have mentioned that how first we will break down this information in the numerical form. Like the question says that there are four friends, takes P alone to complete the work takes X days, right? So like the time taken by P to complete is equals to X days. Then it further says that how R alone completes the work in X plus 14 days. So similarly, we will jot down those points under the uh, like whatever information is given. You just need to put it in a numerical form so that you can solve it or comprehend it in a much more easier and faster manner. So after reading this passage, you just need to you just need to make a point, you need to make a pointers, okay? And after reading this passage, you will find that there are certain questions which is in furtherance of this passages, okay? So like this, what is the value of X, time taken by S alone to complete the 60% of work? So these sorts of questions are attached to this passage which is given in the paper. Now, this passage, you have to remember, especially in DIs and caselets, that you do not apply outside knowledge until and unless the question asks for it, right? If there is no information given, if it doesn't ask for you to apply your outside knowledge explicitly, you do not have to go anything beyond passage. Whatever passage says, that is the fact, and you have to use that even if it doesn't make a sense. Okay, so after reading this passage, I made pointers that how time taken by P to complete work is X days, time taken by R to complete is X plus 14 days, efficiency of P is what it will be 1 by X, then what will be the efficiency of R. Further, similarly, other data which was given, we just sorted it in a tabular form in order to make our calculation much easier. Okay. Now, these were the questions related to that passage, which we will be discussing in the next half. So, after solving this equation, which was formed after comprehending that data, was this. And after solving this data, which we have comprehended, we find out the answers to our questions. Okay. Now, let's move on to another type of data interpretation question, which is nothing but graphical data interpretation. So under this topic, there are different sorts of graphical data. So majorly, which generally comes in exams are pie charts, bar graph, and line charts. Now always remember, just remember one thing, that in bar graph also there are different sorts of charts. So like histogram is also a different type of bar graph. So that will come under the bar graph topic, and it's not anything much different from it. So we are putting it in the under the same heading. Okay. Now moving on to the first topic under graphical data interpretation also, which is pie charts. Pie charts is nothing. It's just the data given in the circular form, right? So here, like this pie chart, this circular form, this circle which mentions the data, like what the royalty is, what the printing cost is, what percent of transportation, what is the percentage of cost for transportation. So these are the data given in the pie chart form. This is what we call as pie chart. Now, whatever information is given in pie chart will be used by you to solve the questions related to this pie chart, correct? So like in this case, in this example, if a certain quantity of books, the publisher has to pay 30,600 as printing cost, then what will be the amount of royalty to be paid by these for these books? So reading this graph, just this graph, you don't have to apply outside knowledge again, unless question asks for it, right? So here, if printing cost is this 30,600, then what will be the what did the question ask? What will be the royalty, right? So royalty is what? 15%. So if printing costs was 20%, 20% represents 30,600, then what will 15% represent? And similarly, we did cross multiplication. Correct? So the elementary thing, the basic thing is that you have to read just the data given in the question. No outside knowledge. Keep this thing in your mind, especially when it comes to DIs and caselets. DIs is short form for data interpretation question. Okay. Now, second sort of graphical data interpretation question is bar graph, right? So this is what we call as bar graph. Now, there are different sorts of bar graph also, as I've mentioned earlier, like histogram, but those, it's just they are closely, there isn't any gap between the two graphs. That is known as histogram, correct? So that doesn't make much of a difference. You just need to read whatever data is given in the question. So here, it says that following bar graph shows the number of takes taken by the 4 people to complete the work, right? So similarly, the questions come that A and B starts working together, and after 2 days, both of them left. Then in how many days the remaining work will be completed by D? Now, this is very simple question if you understand how to read the bar graph. So it says that A takes 8 days, B takes 10 days, C takes 18 days, and D takes 16 days. So once you know how to read the graph, these questions are very easy. Now, this question falls under the topic of time and work, which will be there in the subsequent slides. So we will discuss that in detail later. So this was the question, and we solved it. Whatever data was given in the graph. That's it. No outside knowledge. Third type of graphical data interpretation question is line charts. It's nothing, it's just the line which is formed, as you can see on the screen, right? Again, you don't have to apply outside knowledge. Whatever is given there in the question, you just have to do this. So for example, and this question has further 2-3 questions, 3 or maybe 5. Okay. So one such question is, for which of the following pairs of years the total exports for the 3 companies together are equal? So we just have to read data. We have to comprehend it like in the tabular form, which I have done on the screen. You can see it on the screen. So similarly, you just have to basically tabulate the data, whatever the question is asking for, and then calculate the answer. I hope I'm